Yeah, so what's going on, nigga? It's time to have a civilized conversation.
It's time for
It's
the.
time.
Yeah, well, I guess you'll see me quick stepping over the horizon. Uh,
All the way over. I'll see you on the other
all,
side, baby.
all right. So, uh, yeah, I don't know. Segues are hard. So, music, my nigga, damn.
Hey, my nigga Dan.
So,
Well,
what
I
you been
mean,
listening to recently?
well, I don't know. I've been trying to mix it up, bounce back and forth from some lighter stuff to metal like I usually listen to. Rock, a little bit of
Mhm.
everything. What about you, man?
Uh, I don't know. Yeah, I'd say like kind of around the same. Metal, rock, sandstone, sedimentary rock, asphalt.
Sanskrit.
Uh, no.
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 Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of just manly metal to me. I listen to like a lot of metal just on a daily basis. But I mean, I don't know. I enjoy some pop here and there. Like Darude stands.
Some good old Beyonce.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd say all in your mouth like nigga.
Yeah, man. No.
Uh, oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I listen to the majority metal. I just like to mix it up sometimes because, I don't want to burn myself out on anything. Not that metal's
Yeah.
amazing, and it's what I mostly listen to. It's just, I take
It
spells listening
sucks
to other
so
stuff.
much on about, but
It sucks. It's just, I can't handle it anymore. Stop forcing me to listen to it.
uh, so where did you start? Like, when did you start like developing a taste for music?
Mm, Pretty early. I wouldn't really know an age, but just
7.5 years old, exactly.
7.5 years old. I heard my first song. None before.
Ah.
That was the first day I heard music.
And I immediately hated it.
Radios didn't exist back in my time.
Yeah, back in eight. I was eight.
Back in the year three.
I was probably around 3. Uh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Just in the car with my mom mostly, listening to.
Yeah.
It was really like 2000s hip hop, and you know, like
Like,
Eminem, 50 Cent,
okay. Alright.
Limp Bizkit,
Yeah, Limp Dicket.
limp. Yeah,
Fred
that.
Durst.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like most people kind of started like listening to music in their car with their mother or father or whomever drove them their places, their butler.
Their
Uh,
butler. Yeah.
if they just had a chauffeur. But yeah, I imagine most people kind of started, just in the car. Just I don't think most people had like their surround sound system while in the crib, bumping some fat boner jams.
Fat boner jam, yeah. Some smooth jazz.
Careless whisper,
Yeah.
blasting the surround sound around
On
the crib.
repeat for 10 hours every day.
You only got 10 hours of music every single day. What would you do for the other 14?
Sleep all the way through,
Yeah,
and then you wake
sleep
right
for
back up.
14 hours. And
Yeah.
then I must listen to my daily dose of 10 hours of careless whisper. I feel
Yeah.
like at that point I learned to hate that song.
No, it's weird. Parents' music can either like you mold your music taste after them, or you completely stray away from them,
Yeah, I'd
or
say I
somewhere
kind
in
of did a
between, I
little bit of
guess.
that.
Yeah.
Well, kinda-ish. Like, how like my parents listen to a lot of country and like a bunch of shit, like a bunch of shit that I don't listen to. But every once in a while they'd play like dad would play Eminem, mom would play like I don't know 3 Days Grace or Linkin Park or something. It'd be on the radio typically, anyways. But uh, you know, they would then listen to those. And I enjoyed those. I just wasn't a big fan of country. I mean, some country is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not like the biggest fan. I go through my phases.
Yeah, and I can get that. Country is definitely not for everybody. The same as metal's not for everybody. But,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
metal is for everybody. Whoever says they don't like metal is just denying it.
they're wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't, I don't really remember. I know my grandparents listened to a lot of country, a lot of like old, like bluegrass and stuff, like really, really country. Uh,
Yeah.
like Conway Twitty type stuff, like
Conway Diddy and
yeah, Conway Diddy and Merle from around the block,
Hank Hank Williams,
Hank Willie the Third Jr.,
Lil Hank,
little Hank, little Hank and the Willie Boys.
Tiny Dick Steve and the Trailer Dogs.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, no,
Yeah, bruh.
yeah, bro. No, I didn't really stray away from that because I honestly didn't hear it all that much because early childhood we were already I grew up like really
Too
early
busy
childhood.
listening to Warfare.
Yeah.
Early childhood, all I heard was get down. You're sitting there in the car.
The cows too. They had cows of war. Explosive cows. Whoa. Yeah, I heard that a lot. So I remixed that sound, and now it's all I listen to. It brings me back.
To when I was two.
Yeah, but we moved. I grew up with my grandparents at a really, really early age that I wouldn't remember, and then after that we moved out. So after that, my mom, she didn't like country at all. She strayed away from country. So with my mom, it was rap, like I said, and Dad, I guess it was just a mix of stuff, rock. I'm sure he listened to hip hop too. It's mostly my mom, but.
Like any specific like artists that like stick out like of like main influences of like your own music?
Ones that stick out in the influence or in my music, probably
Little Hank, Conway Pity.
yeah, Lil Hank, Conway Niggy,
That's horrible.
yeah, no, I don't know, really just the ones I've already said. Those are the ones that stick out.
Dank.
George OG Bones.
Oh man. Yeah, Garth Thug and the boys.
Garth Hooks, bro.
Yeah, I got friends in low places, nigga. Go on.
Yeah, no, go on now. Go on.
Show me something.
Show me a little something. Put on some Conway Niggy.
Conway, nigga, damn.
But yeah, really just the ones I've already said. 50 Cent, Eminem. Weirdly, like, Limp Bizkit was one. Just because he was popular in my, parents' day, I guess, in the 90s.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, that's understandable. Yeah, Limp Bizkit's a big ass band, even if their music isn't like amazing. It's still undeniable. Like some of this, I still listen to some of their shit still too. Like Chandeliers and Rail
and my day and
My Day, My Day.
behind the blue guy.
The Blue Guys.
But yeah, I don't know. They really just bring back a lot of nostalgia. I don't really.
Snooki.
Yeah, it's just did it all for Snooki.
Shit. Yeah.
But yeah.
So go on.
What about you? Where did your kind of roots in music come from, and kind of where did you go from there, or if you went the opposite way, kind of just what went on with you?
As we all know, I'm the country master. No, I apparently when I was really young, and I would like cry a lot. Apparently, well, not a lot, but like when I would cry, Dad would put me in his Cobra that he had. He'd blast like Eminem and drive around the block a few times, and I'd pass out. and I guess that's just kind of like embedded in my memory. I guess I don't know. I don't remember too much of listening to Eminem when I was younger. I do remember some of it and liking it and like not having any idea what the fuck he's talking about. Stuff like yeah, this looks like a job for me, and I was like, yeah, this
I
is
like
bumping.
jobs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was great. Uh, but with mom, I'm sure dad listened to it too. Dad was like almost never around, so I can't really speak too much on the influence of those things. I'm not trying to bring down the mood, but mom, as it was with her, I mean, she listened to some of them too and stuff. But like, key inspirations that I heard from her that kind of influenced what I listen to now. Uh, I remember listening to Linkin Park sometimes on the radio, like Numb, Somewhere I Belong, and like Breaking the Habit and stuff. And in my head, for some fucking reason, I don't understand how I correlated this, but some reason, I said, I'd always be ask mom, I was like, can you play that song? It's like, what's the song? And I try to like mimic. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, the one that kind of sounds like Harry Potter. And I don't know how that like correlated in my fucking mind. I'm talking about Linkin Park. It's like, the one that sounds like Harry Potter. Like, I don't. I didn't even watch Harry Potter as a kid. I'm not sure where the fuck I pulled that out of my ass from. But yeah.
Sounds like a nigga Harry Potter, Put that shit on.
Yeah. So that, she'd put it on sometimes and she found it and stuff. I love that shit. Other than that, like a Nickelback here and there. I think she had like a Three Doors Down CD, and I listened to them too. I enjoyed them, and but I remember a lot of where my like actual exploration type of like when I started like not like actually like finding my own music for myself, but like a lot of like when I started hearing more things that I kind of liked without still not knowing what I'm kind of doing or anything. I had this like really small square like music player. It was like a knockoff MP3 player or whatever. And it came with this SD card with like, I don't know, 10 gigabytes of music or 5 gigabytes, some shit. And I'd plug it in and I'd listen to it, and I'd go to like the alternative station or like the rock station, and I found shit like Limp Bizkit and Korn on there, and Ties That Bind by Ultra Bridge was the first time I heard that back in 2009, 2010. I was like 8. And I remember doing that. This was before I like started exploring or like finding shit on my own or anything like that. And I still like barely knew what I was listening to. I just, I remember listening to those and those. 'Cause I was like, yeah, I like this shit. This is awesome. And that's kind of like where I started, starting getting more into metal. That's probably like my first transitional stage in metal. Which I was going to ask you, what kind of got you into metal?
Let's see, the first sort of like metal song I heard wasn't even really a song. My dad had this old flip phone, like this phone that flipped up and it had like a keyboard on it.
Your dad was in the garage. He's like, yeah! Whoa, I like that.
Oh man, I like that. It was actually
baby. Oh man, I like that.
I like that, man.
Go.
Yeah, it was actually Twist by Korn. We called it the Taz song or something like that, the Looney Tunes character, just because I guess that's what we thought it sounded like, and I think a little bit like
Harry Potter and Linkin Park, Tasmanian with Korn. I get it.
But I asked my dad about it a while later. He was like, "Oh yeah, I think that's Korn." So I kind of. I looked at them and I found I really just
I looked at them, my parents, and I found them.
and I found them right there in that moment. I truly found those people. Corn. They're made of corn.
That is corn in disguise.
Disguise. Look at this, guys.
They're sticking her eyes. Go on.
I don't know. I really didn't start to get into metal until middle school, really, because I remember in 5th grade I had like a close friend that we had a track around our field or whatever at Dixie, it was middle of nowhere, but we had a track, and we would walk around the track instead of like on the playground or whatever, and we would listen to like AC/DC on this MP3 player he had.
Yeah.
and like other classic rock and stuff. But after that, I think I heard Avenged Sevenfold in 6th grade
Oh
or
yeah.
7th. Some of their, I don't remember. I think it was Hail to the King was the first one I heard. But they were really, I don't know, it kind of went from like classic rock to kind of, I don't know. I don't know what you would consider Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, that's metal.
I mean, yeah, metal, but I don't know. I don't go into the whole sub genre argument. I don't know them very well, so I
I
don't.
don't go into this. I'm not much of a sub.
Yeah, I'm not much of a sub. I'm more of like a more of a
Like a
sandwich.
yeah. I'm more of a burger.
More of a burger.
Yeah, I'd have to say. On the way, are you done? Sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
cut
yeah.
you. I'd have to say, like, when I first started discovering my own music was back when, it was one of the first times I rode with Jack, which is Katie's dad. And him and my mom were dating at the time, and I rode with him in the car. He had I don't know, Mazda something. It was a manual. I remember, like, he played some music, and I listened to it. And I was like, this is really good. Like, you know. I remember the very first song was "With You." That song that you were talking about, like it was like a sad nigga song. It was Imagine
Oh,
Fries.
yeah.
That was the same song. And that was the first song I heard, not by Linkin Park, obviously, because I didn't know I heard it before on the radio.
Was
But I
that
heard it, I was
Linkin
like,
Park?
wow, these guys. Yeah, it was Linkin Park. Yeah.
No.
And they were, they were. I listened to it. I was like, what the fuck? This is awesome. This is amazing. This is the jam. And
The champ.
I probably like looked towards him for like musical inspiration for that at first. Because if it wasn't for him showing me that, God knows where I wouldn't be. Because that was like my gateway, like into exploring everything else. But what happened was he let me borrow the CD, and I went onto my PlayStation 3, which I had at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I burned it onto the PlayStation 3. That I burned a few other CDs that mom had. Like mom had like a Nickelback,
Yeah.
and I burned them on there too. But Linkin Park was like the first like I guess like metal-ish band that I kind of like burned on there and everything. And I remember listening to the fuck out of them just constantly all the time. I loved it so much; it was amazing. And it was that was around 2011, I'd say, and then like around 2012, I went on to online, and I started discovering music through AMVs at first. You know what AMVs are, right?
I don't actually.
Animated music videos. It was niggas that some of them were really good introduction, but most of them were like really bad. It was just basically like people would take like anime or some other things like and put them in the background while they put music over it
Oh,
and
okay.
shit.
Okay, yeah.
Like yeah. And like I discovered them through there first, and then I started like Self Disturbed. I think was the first. Besides Linkin Park.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Huh? Oh. What you say? Oh, thank you. I'm sorry for the interruption.
it's alright. You good now?
Yeah.
So anyways, back. Oh yeah. Besides Linkin Park, though, was Disturbed, and I went on YouTube and I looked them up and stuff, and started listening to more like Stricken, Down with the Sickness was something that I had to like get used to at first because like I was like fine with Down with the Sickness, and then like that end part is like and when I dream, and then I was like whoa, this is like getting heavy, and then like you're like and when I dream, no mommy, and it was like well, I was like whoa wait can I listen to this like like my innocent self back then like. Yeah, man, I don't even know. It was just I remember thinking that, and I wouldn't listen to it around people. I refused to because I just refused. People like I thought people would be like, oh my god, what are you listening? Oh my god, oh. You're not listening to that music anymore. No. I was like no, I want to. But it was them, some Five Finger Death Punch, Godsmack, Skillet, and like other bands like that, and it kind of like I kind of like revolved around those bands and kind of like I ventured off here and there with Avenged Sevenfold too, yeah. But I ventured off here and there on some things, but I didn't stray too far into like the really heavy metal until like later on, until like 20, 2014 probably.
Yeah, I could see all that. Yeah, and then you start getting into the more heavy stuff. Oddly enough,
Yeah.
really
The
the
first
old
song I ever heard was Slaughter to Prevail.
yeah. You know, thinking about it now, it kind of brought back a few memories. Down with the Sickness. I'd heard that one a few times. I don't know from where.
Yeah.
I think it was. I heard part of it in a movie or something. Queen of the Damned.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The end
Yeah.
of it, I think.
Yeah. 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 That is in. Yeah. That's in. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. It's in like the credits or the end or something.
yeah, but just through middle school, really, was kind of my explorative stage. I went through, you know, just basically all the bands you said, pretty much. Disturbed. I remember vividly one night we went to my cousin Mark's house and we sat in the car while my mom went in to talk with his wife about the baby shower or something like that. And I was listening.
Yeah.
I was just listening to Disturbed the whole night out in the car. We were out there for a few hours, and I was listening to the Animal or Animal
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah.
Stricken Asylum. That one
Yeah.
became one of my favorites. Uh, and then a little bit later, I found Five Finger Death Punch,
Mhm.
just from Bad Company, I think, and just just looked at
Oh
more of
yeah.
their stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it's really just a lot of the bands you said, along with Skillet too. I very short time listening to Skillet, but Skillet too.
Yeah, I had to thank Jack for a lot of those bands introducing me to them, like Skillet, Disturbed, Five Finger Death Punch, and stuff
Hmm.
like that. Because he listened to those bands. He listened to the shit I listen to now too, and it's cool because that's really cool. Um, but I think yeah, it wasn't like I said, it wasn't until around 2014 when I started listening to more like heavier shit that wasn't just like metal. I think I remember. I don't know. I haven't said it on here, but I remember telling you specifically. One of the first songs I can ever remember listening to, and ironically, the first metal song I ever heard was "Bodies" by Drowning Pool, which is it's
Yeah,
a decently heavy song.
yeah, it's a pretty heavy song. Yeah.
And like I love that song all the time, and I remember listening to that. But it wasn't until, like I said, 2014 or 2013 when I discovered Asking Alexandria. Well, I mean, I think I knew about them. I just never listened to any of them, and I gave them a chance, and I was like, oh my god, I love this shit. This is like really heavy, and I was like, is this deathcore? like, like or like death metal. I remember, oh my god, I remember thinking back when I was like really young and listening to Korn for like the first time.
Hmm.
Or like Korn for the first time. I thought is this death metal? Oh my god, this is so heavy. Like,
They're considered new metal, aren't they?
yeah, they're like new metal, heavy metal. Like they're pretty heavy. I got some pretty heavy shit. But I remember just back then it was specifically that. Like, oh my god, this is death metal, and you know, and then it was right around, like I said, 2013, 2014, started listening to Asking, and and I started going down like the metalcore path, like Asking, some Sleeping with Sirens, some shit. I remember Asking was just a really big one. I'm trying to remember like other metalcore bands to list. Oh, Veil of Maya, um, shit. Uh, I can't think, dude. There's some. Oh yeah, the Parkway Drive.
No, yeah.
Just some stuff like that, and I started like getting into it more. I didn't like listen to. I only listened to the mainstream stuff because I just didn't listen to like. I didn't bother like going more in depth or anything.
Yeah,
But
I was the same way back when I was like a little bit younger, like early in
yeah,
music or whatever.
and I didn't like. And like I remember specifically after like I heard like all this cringe shit, I immediately wanted to do those. I just really wanted to, so I immediately just kept trying from that point. and I wasn't really good at it. In fact, I was pretty shit at it, especially because I didn't know what I was doing. But this is also around the time frame where I started listening to like Jared Dines and shit, and like going with like the metal YouTube groups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like that's just kind of like it was same around the same time frame, and everything like that. So just a lot of that kind of like coincided with each other. I didn't start getting into like like the more actually heavy shit, the heavy shit that I listen to now. That's like ultra guttural, dissonant hell. Until later, probably around 2017, 2018, probably around 20, yeah, 2018, 2017, 2018. I started really getting into that kind of stuff. Now I listen to that shit casually. But,
So, like probably before you came to Valley a little bit?
Yeah, a bit before I came down to West Virginia. But, oh yeah, Inferior in Faith, that's another, like, metalcore band. And, like, you know, I just, like, I started, like, venturing slowly into, you know, other shit.
Weirdly enough, I didn't mention it, but back in middle school, the first band that kind of really developed my heavier taste was actually Slipknot. I heard, I saw
Oh,
the
yes.
poster on my uncle's door, asked him who they were, and then, conveniently enough, a little while later, my friend on the bus was listening to Psychosocial, I think, on like
Oh,
this
yeah.
this like off-brand
Psychosocial.
tablet. He
Psychosocial.
shut the fuck up. No,
Shut
fucking with you. Oh
up.
fuck. Oh, I thought you
So,
said. I thought you were making fun of my stutter. So,
no,
so.
no,
No, no, Nick.
psychosocial.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It does
You
make
know,
sense.
they were
No,
big. Around like yeah, probably around 2012, later 2012, like 2013. Just started listening to it was my transition phase before I got into like metalcore, like Slipknot, Killswitch, just like heavier metal bands, but not like metalcore or anything like that yet. You know?
yeah,
Or like some heavier Five Finger Death Punch, like their first album shit and stuff.
yeah. Well, actually, it seems kind of like it. You know, I didn't really start listening to really heavy stuff or like, uh, deathcore or like anything even in that close to that genre other than like Slipknot and stuff. Before I met you actually, because I, like I said back then, I stuck to like the bands I knew. Those were what I
Mm.
listened to because you know, I didn't venture out into new music very much. I just kind of went more in depth into the bands that I did listen to, or just
Yeah.
listen to the same. I didn't really venture out much to find new music until yeah, right until I met you, and I kind of got not a crash course, but you know, just over the course of like knowing you, you've introduced me to like a lot of my heavier taste and stuff.
Yeah.
So I like the heavier music I listen to, and you know, kind of bringing me into I don't know what you
You
would
okay?
call really heavy
Like
shit.
the process stayed there for a second. And like, uh,
No, it's just
bringing me.
I'm getting real sweet
Uh,
on you. No,
uh,
yeah, sorry. What were you gonna say?
uh, no, I was gonna say just like yeah, I feel like I'm not like gonna be addict, but I feel like I kind of like introduced you to like a lot of like the heavier shit you listen to now.
No, yeah, you
Like
did.
yeah, like to Asking was probably one of the first bands I showed you. Famous Last Words. I know you fucking love them. Iceland
Yeah,
Kills.
Iceland
This
Kills
was
was a
like
big
more.
one. I think
Yeah, this at this point. Go on. Sorry.
I think Famous Last Words after Iceland Kills. I'm pretty sure they were.
Yeah, they were.
Because I know you showed me Asking. I liked them, but I only really liked or I only really listened to that Not the American Average, and like
Yeah,
and didn't really
yeah.
go much into them. And then you showed me Ice Nine Kills, and I listened to pretty much their whole discography or whatever.
Discography. Yeah.
And yeah, and then you showed me Famous Last Words. I fell in love with those few bands, and then you know, kind of went into more heavier stuff. At first, I was always skeptic. You know, I
Yeah.
bobbed my head and listened to it, but like I was skeptic about everything, any new music. But you know,
Yeah.
I started like listening to it more, you know, getting into it, and I just started to really enjoy it.
Yeah. By the time started talking music about you and everything, I was pretty well versed in music just because, I don't know, I listen to music all the time. I like was so confident in like making music and like or like not confident but like dead set on making music and wanting to do music and have music like having a musical prowess and just everything like that.
Just it being a big part of your life and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't until later on that school year, probably about halfway through, maybe a little later, when I showed you Spite. I remember showing you Spite.
Oh yeah.
And that was probably like one of the first like really heavy bands I showed you, like deathcore.
That was pretty. Yeah, that was probably the heaviest band I'd ever heard at the time.
Yeah, and I remember you like, oh, you know, I was just like, yeah.
You were like, yeah, you want to hear like one of the heavy, like the. I don't. You described it as like one of the heaviest songs you knew or something like that, or like
at the time it was probably like one of the heaviest bands I knew at the time.
And you showed me them, and I was like, holy shit! Yeah, I didn't even know it could get that heavy.
That extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thankfully, this was right around the same time that that Slipknot single came out.
All That Life.
All Out Life. Oh yeah, fuck, dude, that song's still amazing.
Yeah, it was so great. Yeah.
But we would go into the bathroom and just mega hype each other up with mega jams and take pre-workout and be crackheads for a day.
Oh yeah, every day at Valley was just like a crack fest, listening to music, just doing whatever. It was great.
Yeah, it was fucking fun as shit. I can't wait till like finally like you get done with school and shit, and we just get some free time to ourselves, so I can come to your room. Oh, maybe we like make out or something. No, but we can like just go back into being little rage boys and
just being
shitting on ourselves.
Yeah, just thrashing around doing stupid shit.
No, yeah, it was really fun. I remember one time we were like, we probably took tests at this point too. We were taking tests and then pre-workout and probably
I was eating that shit like M&Ms.
And like I think it was around that same point where remember that time when me and you went into the bathroom just started listening to heavy music and then started fucking just tackling into like shoulder checking each other. Just
yeah, I remember that.
And at this point like we weren't on par on strength level yet. I'm a lot stronger now than I used to be, and you were like almost peak football level at the time, and so you were just like madhousing the shit out of me.
I remember that because you were like, "Come on, shoulder check me." No, go full force. Come on.
Yeah, and we did, and you know I was even though like you were clearly like knocking me back more than I was knocking you back, it was still fun as shit.
Yeah, no, it was so fun. Yeah.
I think it was the really cool part was when we found out the fact that we like were eating matches for each other, even though we weren't par strength wise, we definitely could take a fucking beating from hell and keep going.
Yeah, just fucking we had a mad pain tolerance on both sides, and it just finally found somebody that could take what we dish out and give it right back.
Just fuck each other. Yeah, it would always be really great when I would like hit you, and instead of it being like, ah, what the fuck, or dude, are you serious? It would be like, harder, and like, ah, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great, dude. Dude, we were just constant fucking, like, just rage boys was the only thing I could think of.
Those were just filled with rage. Those were good ass times. I just the only thing I was concerned with was just having a good time and like lifting and fucking around with the boy.
Oh, that was always great. Fucking I'll never forget this is like a little tangent, but I'll never forget the time I went to the bathroom and you and Cameron and Jordan were in there talking, and it was like one of the first times I met Jordan. No, not the first time, but it was like one of the first times I actually sat and talked to him. And like before I went to the, I dropped real quick, nut punched him, fucking walked out.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, Jordan," he's like, "What?" I'm like, he fucking walked away.
And you came back like 5 minutes later, and he was still on the ground.
I was like, "Oh my god, what did I do to you?" Yeah, it was so bad, and then from then on, because Jordan wasn't in the truce. The truce was we don't hit the nuts, and we didn't. We honored the shit out of that truth.
Oh man, yeah,
it was rough, but yeah, dude, Jordan was not in that, and unfortunately for him, I was a fucking asshole.
Oh man, I remember back at that time, the whole reason. Well, I mean, we kind of just agreed on it, but like. Because I remember saying like beforehand, I don't know if you didn't really know him, Austin Nickerson, and
No.
he was the elementary school
Oh,
guy I was talking about that we listened to like classic rock and stuff.
that's
He
cool.
went he went to Valley, and then before he graduated and stuff, back in like 8th grade, it was just, oh man, nut taps all day long. You couldn't lay on the bus with your eyes closed because you'd get nut tapped. uh, it was terrible.
Yeah, it sounds fucking rough. I don't know. I was never like big into school. Valley was probably like, the best time I've ever had at any school ever. I always hated school, and school was always like a really shit fest for me. So at least at Valley with like you and Cameron and like just pure energy, and we were fucking around all the time and everything. At least I had fucking fun, you know.
Yeah, it was a great time.
It was amazing. We did so much stupid shit.
Yeah, oh man, it's just
Oh, man. We would take like 600 milligrams of or 6 to 900 milligrams of caffeine like during school hours. Just fucking
just power
do
through all day, get home and just crash.
Yeah, oh yeah, crashed so fucking hard. Or, oh dude, and then like bangs and rains and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah,
We were just fucking monsters of energy.
because that was right around the time when like Bang. You good?
Was huge, yeah.
Yeah, I heard like wind in the mic.
Oh yeah.
Bang came out, they got popular, and that Bang were the first ones that kind of like, well, the first popular ones I'd say that kind of raised the caffeine level from like the normal 160 in an energy drink or 200 to 300,
Yeah.
brought it up to that
Oh
level.
yeah.
And that became popular with like Rockstar started doing it, Rain came out, you know. That was
Rain, oh dude, I
that
fucking
was
love Rain.
that was the new standard was 300 milligrams. Otherwise, it was
Yeah.
know.
Pussy shit.
Yeah, I remember just going there every morning.
Oh yeah. I remember we just sometimes I'd even just walk off campus, and that one time I got caught, I was so fucking pissed.
Oh yeah.
That was great. But yeah, dude, we would just even after school we'd like walk off campus, grab shit from the Exxon, and then fucking, you know.
They'd yell at us
Just
for it, we'd say whatever.
Oh fuck you! You can't fucking tell me what to do. I'm a nigger.
I'm a nigga.
But yeah, it was football practice or like some shit afterwards. It was always the best, you know, because we'd just like stay there. Me, you, and Cameron would just fuck around after school, and then and at this point it was no hold bar.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was just
Oh man,
yeah, yeah, it was great.
man, that was yeah. I don't know. I could just go and go and go back then. Looking back at it, I don't know how I did it. I got
Oh yeah,
barely any sleep, like max dosed on caffeine. I had like as much as I possibly could get in my system
oh,
every
yeah,
day.
we would definitely like keep pushing. We'd at least have at any point in time at least 600 milligrams of caffeine at any given point, if not like 8 to 1,000.
Yeah.
We were pushing the shit out of it.
And yeah, just lifting. I started going really, really hard too in the gym. Just once in the morning for like an hour, then like 2 hours at football practice. If we did lifting that day, it was another 2 hours, and then football. Or no, we had the lifting program after school. That was another 2 hours of lifting, or an hour and a half. And then football started, and that started bringing more running plus the lifting. It was just,
Yeah,
I don't know how I
it
did
was
it.
just yeah. Dude, you fucking beast the shit out of your workout regimen, and like I think it was like once I started like not getting jealous of you, but I was like I need to be stronger. This is bullshit. So I was like, I know I have little strength, but I need more. I need to compete with Brandon, and that's probably like where I was right around. I want to say beginning of 2019. So around that time frame when I started like competing with you like strength wise, and then I started like lifting more, and we started lifting more. Even
Yeah,
more
like
than
really,
that.
we just started going at the gym, and that was a big thing.
Yeah, that was huge. Oh my god! And then we started like on fucking C4 before gym, and then like that was so rough. It was like ultra extreme.
Man, those were good times. Just, man, I remember back when the only thing I thought about was lifting weights, caffeine, and just music and nigga time with the boys.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's like fucking amazing time.
It was great.
Yeah, we were pumping iron and fucking Sally.
Yeah, together.
mentally fucking. No, she. Oh god, she's the bane of everyone's fucking existence.
Honestly, the worst relationship I've had. Only long-term relationship I've had, but worst relationship I've had.
Relationship I've had, and I wasn't even in it. I fucking
But,
hated it. I hated it for you.
yeah, it was weird. It was the best time of like my high school career, just like, or I guess that's what you would call it.
Yeah.
Just in school, but like the worst relationship I could ever be in.
Oh yeah.
That didn't stop me
It was
from.
fun.
I didn't care at that point. Yeah, I was just in it to be in it.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. Looking back at it.
Yeah, I don't like half the time I was like, nigga, just leave. She makes you miserable, and you're like, I'll do it later. I was like, Nick.
Yeah, no, I was
Nick,
clearly putting it off just out of like fear of not having the routine of it.
Yeah.
I guess. I guess that's what it was. I don't know.
Which is like, I mean, I kind of get that, but at the same thing, I was just like, nigga, just you'll be happier. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you left her, and you were happier, and I was like, nigga, yeah. Man.
That's
Oh, this is what happiness feels.
I forgot about this.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was, dude. And then,
Yeah, because it turned the mornings into like from like fucking I don't know, just annoying shit. Just
fest.
yeah, to fucking like nigga time with the boys, just talking to because I remember that was the first like I took that picture of you and Cameron. That was probably the first picture I ever like took during that time period.
Oh yeah.
I think.
Just like yeah. And we were just being fucking stupid and just gay and retarded and just ultra energy monsters of fuck.
Oh man, it was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
If me, you, and Cameron were just to get together, we would have been unstoppable. That was just it.
Oh yeah, nobody could fuck with us. It didn't matter. Nobody could fuck with us.
Oh yeah.
We were like clearly the most extreme people in that school.
By like a fucking like miles. So clearly by miles.
There were like a
no
few
one even
like
came
weirdos,
close to
but
that.
nobody was
Yeah.
like extreme and aggressive in your face and just
Or just like ultra energy hype fags
yeah, just oh man.
that talked about somersaulting down the fucking hallway. I remember you always do like your and I was like, nigga, what is that noise? It sounds like a helicopter. That's your somersault. I was like, nigga, somersaults. That's fast.
Yeah. And there's just in those few years so many memories.
Yeah, it was fucking great, dude. There's just I can't even like think of all of them. Just all the stupid shit we do in a fucking day. Every day too. Almost every day that we were at school, it would just be like nigga time.
Just tons and tons of different stupid shit that would happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just, especially, oh my god, during lunchtime, in the mornings, and like end of day.
Yeah, like end of day, like last 4 periods, they were a no-go. Just, yeah, no, I don't feel like 6th, 7th, or 5th period.
Yeah. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, yeah, fuck that. It got to the point where I would just skip every fucking class. Like, towards like the last quarter of the year.
Pretty
I
much.
skipped everything. I went to like every 1 or 2 to show up and then like left again. And like I got away with it, it was fucking awesome.
They really they weren't on their shit about that.
Oh no.
They were not at all. Oh man. Yeah, no,
I thought you were gonna say something.
oh no.
That's why I went silent.
Goes dead silent.
Yeah, after this dead silence. No, it was just like Rally was fucking great, full of music, full of energy. I remember the first time she gave me a fucking C4, I almost fucking passed out.
Shit was insane. I could see
God.
how intense it was for you, just like in the way you were like reacting.
Yeah, I don't even remember I don't remember it entirely, but I do remember like almost passing out like one spot, and like after I like got out of that, it was just pure energy.
Oh yeah, those things are insane. I don't even see how they're legal. The amount
I
of
don't
shit
know.
they
It's like basically a fucking adrenaline shot. Oh, a lot of it was like artificial adrenaline too. I remember. remember looking some of that shit up, and a lot of it was artificial liquor, and I was like, I'm like fucking wired.
Yes. Like half of that
Yeah.
stuff was illegal in sports leagues because it had like
Oh
some kind
yeah.
of artificial adrenaline in it. Like it was
Yeah.
just one ingredient that was illegal on the in the football leagues for high schools.
But it was still like insane.
Yes, you was, uh,
God damn. Like, yeah, we were just insane like back then, I guess. I don't know. Like, oh, prom? Fucking prom, dude.
yeah.
You were like 2 hours late, I was pissed.
Uh,
Uh,
coming back from
tell me,
that,
tell me,
huh?
tell me about that story. Tell me what happened again, I forgot.
It was just I don't. I think we left. We left at like clearly not enough time to get through what all we had to do and like get back. But we went to take pictures. That was it is what it is. You pick pictures, whatever.
Yeah.
They're not really fun. They're not really like terrible. It's
Yeah.
whatever. You take pictures.
Just what it is. Pictures, yeah.
But then after that, we were going to Canal City, to Fujiyama. It was the first time me and my parents had been there. I think Sally had been there once or something like that, or maybe she hadn't. I don't remember. But anyway, we went there. It wasn't as good as people said it is. It was good. It was great. But
What?
Fujiyama,
Oh, okay.
the Japanese steakhouse or whatever.
I need to take you to fucking, campfires down here.
Yeah, is it really good?
It's so fucking good. It's amazing. That's like top great A shit.
But yeah, and then we just eating, and it was getting closer and closer to the time we needed to get back. None of us realized it because I never had my phone out at the table, and I'm not watching time. Nobody else was watching time, I guess.
Yeah.
And we ended up like leaving, or like right after we left, it was the time to start, and you like messaged me and asked me where we were, or I believe you asked me where, and
Probably something along those lines, yeah.
or actually I think we got the time confused on when it was supposed to start. Like somebody told us some certain time, and it started like an hour before that or something. And you like sent me a picture of like the dance floor, and like, no, nigga, it's already going on.
Yeah,
So,
I was sitting there like at that point. I'm pretty sure when I sent you that picture, I think at that point everybody was there, and I was sitting there. I was like, my nigga is the only person that isn't here. The only reason, okay. Sitting there.
Yeah, it was fucking. That was
Standing.
a load.
Standing, watching people dance, and not caring about it because I didn't care. And watching fucking what's his name just perv up on the girls. Fucking
Davenport prowl around.
That motherfucker, dude. Walking in his white suit, staring at all the girls' asses, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Can you be, like, less obvious about it at least? Fucking hell. He's, like, dancing to that old-ass, like, groove dance, like, hip-hopping in that pedo walking, and then he, like, walks by, and he, like, obviously, like, 90 degrees his fucking head onto the girl's asshole, and just like, whoa. And then, like, walks by.
Whoa.
He probably squeezed a couple asses too, like while their boyfriend was squeezing the air. So he's like, "Oh, that was them."
Or yeah, like walked by, like bumped into somebody, and kept walking.
Oh, damn! Jesus. Looks like, do that shit serious. He like walks by. It's like, that's such a nice ass.
Oh man, it's sad because I can see him doing that.
He probably did. By the time he threatened to fight me, legitimately.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell if that was a joke or not.
It wasn't a joke. At first it might have been, but afterwards it was not a joke.
I thought it was like some just like old school joke, You're like, oh, you want to square up? You want to be? I don't know what the whole deal was, but what even happened in that situation?
I think eventually, the main incident was like when the nigga threw the football and I was in the gym and the light fell and he blamed it on me and I was like, nigga, I don't even have the ball. He's like, get out. And I said, fuck you, Davenport. And then at this point I just wasn't taking shit at all. I was pissed, and then like I don't know, I just decided to be a rebellious nigga that day. It's like, fuck you, Davenport. And he says, like, you want to go outside and fight? And I was like every part in my body was like, please fucking fight. I will kill you. It was like, give me a fucking reason.
I mean, that would be a pretty even match. He was a Golden Glove.
It doesn't matter. There's a difference between boxing and fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dad proved that point to me real fucking quick. After he showed me Mick Map. There's a whole difference.
Yeah, fighting for sport and like fighting to hurt.
To kill. Fighting to kill. Yeah. Yeah, oh man. Yeah, because I told Dad about it, because Davenport was a dick to one of my siblings while I was at Riverside or something like that. And he said, I'll go down there and kick his ass. I said, well, you know, he's a Golden Glove. And he said, I don't give a fuck if he's a fucking G.I. Joe. I'll break his fucking neck and leave him in the fucking parking lot. I was like, oh my god. Jesus.
I give a fuck if he's a G.I. Joe.
It was fucking... Dad's such an aggressive motherfucker. Oh my god, I love him. He's so like, hard ass. Like, impenetrable boy. He was great. But yeah, Dad, I mean...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. No, I wasn't. Go ahead, you finish with what you're going... I didn't really have anything to say.
Back to what it was just fucking prom. I remember just sitting there and waiting. They even announced, like, prom king and queen before you even, like, got back, or got there. I was just sitting and waiting, and then eventually you walk in, and I was like, oh my god, socialization.
I don't know what happened.
I didn't even eat at that point, I don't think. I was just, like, sitting there, I was like, I'm not even hungry, I'm just...
The food was so good. I wish you would have.
It was good as fuck. I ate later, like, I ended up eating, but, like, I just wasn't hungry at the point, and I was just like, where's my nigga?
Yeah, that was
sitting there. I'm like, my girlfriend's not here, my nigga's not here. I'm gonna kill myself. I got this soup for nothing.
That was fucked.
Yeah, I remember you were so fucking pissed off when you got there. It was like, everything to this moment has made me internally rageful. Like,
oh yeah, because we like walked to the bathroom. I was like, yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. And we only walked to the bathroom. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. It's like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Just I went with you, and then it was just like, I'm gonna kill her. I was like, oh, it was that bad.
Just like, oh yeah, just adding up in the car, just having to be there all day.
Oh yeah. I can't imagine how like rough that must have been to be in the car with Sally all day.
Man. You know, at the time I wasn't like big on car rides, but they weren't like a big thing to me or whatever. But it was terrible.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Constant speaking.
Constant. I know, because you sit in like the car on the bus and you just listen to music and you just like fuck off, and that's cool. Whatever. I do the same shit sometimes. And she was just like, so, how's the weather? It's like, I'm not outside, so how's the weather? Puts earbuds in. She texts me, hey, I was picking you, aren't you listening to me?
She would like yoink them out of my ear, and I would like look at her like I was about to kill her. I hate when people
Oh my god. I hate that shit. That's just such an annoying fucking thing to do.
That's
like yoinks that shit.
You like tap on me, okay, you know, that's a little bit annoying, but I can take it out as long as you're not doing it every 30 seconds, you know, whatever. I'll take it out. I'll listen to you. I'll take one out. You yoink it out of my ear, I'm gonna smack you in the fucking face.
Yeah, dude, it's such an annoying feeling too. You yoink it out of my ear. It's like, don't do that.
It's so just, I don't know.
Irritating. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I piss myself off when I accidentally do it. Like, I'll accidentally rip it out of my ears. I'm like, motherfucker! I get mad at myself for it. I can't, like, other people doing it. Oh god. I can't imagine, like, I don't know how you had the self-restraint to not, like, bust her out the fucking window.
Just fucking parents in the car. And, just,
Fair enough, yeah.
Being in a family setting. I feel like if your dad was in the car and, like, I don't know, Kimmy started like smacking you in the face to play or something. Like, ha ha ha. And you go,
I'd probably terrorize her, like whispering in her ears, like, wait, no one's around, I'm going to rape you. Just remember that.
Like, Kimmy's a bearable person. Like, it is a different story.
Kimmy doesn't make me want to kill myself. Typically. Fuck. I know it's funny too, because like she's watching this, and I know she's like gonna give me hell for this later. So I'm fucking with her while I can. I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, I don't know. You think it'd be a good time to end it here? I think I'm gonna go out and run and stuff, you know.
Out and run enough. I gotta like I don't know, jerk off to like turtles or something. So
Yeah, I mean the sea turtle, they do need saving somehow. You gotta donate a little nut to them.
Somebody say.
Yeah, oh man, I remember that.
Somebody say.
Your mic could not handle those vocals. They weren't bad. It was just it was so high pitched
like,
that it was.
I don't even remember what it sounds like. Or like, it was so like yeah. It's a great. So I remember showing you that song. I guess that'll end it. The vanilla. Alright, we gotta sing Kumbaya.
Oh yeah.
Because last time I fucked it up and like it only showed audio on your side and my side because of like just how I had it. So we gotta do it this time together.
Yeah. I think that was good enough.